Well, I think I'm live. All right, this is my very first attempt at a live feed here on YouTube. I'm very excited. I'm Mark, and this is Whiskey Whistle. And, well, it's Canada Day today, and so what better day than now to show this little baby off as I slur my words. I'm not drunk. I'm serious. I'm not drunk. I'm just a little bit excited about doing a live show here. I can't believe I'm doing this. And great, we've got one like already. Who liked it, but nobody's here, so that's kind of weird. All right, so this is McGuinness Old Canada. This is a very old bottle. It's from 1984, and it's probably like 3 to 5 years old whiskey. So we're probably looking at 1980, maybe 79, 80, 81 in terms of the distillation year. And I don't really know a whole lot about this whiskey other than it's pretty nice stuff. And I've got a glass of it poured here. Well, it's in my Highland Park Copita glass here. I thought I'd go a little bit upscale. And super sweet, super caramel nose. Now, Canadian whiskey, rye, from back then, probably largely handmade or very low automation in the distilleries. Compared to now, where there's buttons that get flipped and switched, and very few manpower, very low manpower at distilleries to make the whiskey these days. So this is probably made by hand, and well, 1984 again. Who knows about the color? Probably there's a bit of coloring in there, but it really smells like. Kind of like old bourbon. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I've done a few very old bourbons from the 60s or 70s, and I get a bit of that kind of a, what can I call it? It's kind of dusty. It's a little bit old. Smells a little bit bookshelfy, let's say, but at the same time sweet and very caramel-esque. A little hint of rye in there too. Anyway, let's go in and taste it, shall we? Sweet, spicy, everything you want from a Canadian whiskey, from a rye. Anyway, happy Canada Day. How are you spending your Canada Day, wherever you are? Oh, we've got Jeff Pickering on here. Good. Yes, joining the Bearded Club just for now. I've been really busy with work, and it's kind of, it's just such a hassle to shave. Oh, right, you are first. Yes, absolutely. I've had a really busy couple of weeks, and great to be finished the bulk of it. So I just got through a big hurdle today. I put in a good 5 hours at work, doing something kind of weird at work, at a workplace, not my workplace, doing some extra work, for extra cash. I've got 3 daughters. I've got to make sure they get through college in 13 years from now. That's when it all starts. So anyway, so I found a job recording my voice, reading a trade manual for a car part company. So that's kind of interesting. Who knows? Maybe that'll lead to more subscribers. Because I sure as heck need them. Anyway. Well, what kind of Canadian whiskey have you tried if you're not from Canada? And it's really, I have to say, Canadians, the ones who are really into, the hoity-toity whiskey scene, they don't like Canadian whiskey in general. Except for all of the whiskey reviewers, part of the Whiskey Fabric. And Jeff, good job with that fabric. I saw Rob's review tonight of his dissertation, and the Whiskey Fabric was very well glorified, hanging up on his bookshelf. Oh, it's 8:30 a.m. in California. Well, I'm glad you came by. We got the Basement Drammer. Good. Happy Canada Day. Welcome to YouTube. Basement Drammer just put out his first whiskey review on YouTube. So congratulations, that's a hurdle. Yes, oh yes, he's got it already. You can check out his dissertation review, the Weiser's dissertation, Canadian Rye. So, it's really nice I can see what you're saying on the screen. And I was not going to do this tonight, but I thought, you know what, it's Canada Day, and I think I messed up last year too, so I should probably do something. And I'm unshaven. I'm using my iPad. There's a weird. Let me show you what's beside me here. My wife decided to dry up some citrus fruits in this drying rack thing, so you can probably hear it humming and hissing. Anyway, so that'll be interesting. This is my small house. It's about 800 square feet, 750 square feet or so. That's about the kind of like the lower end of the average size of homes here in Korea. They run about 750 to 1,000 square feet. If you've got 1,000 square feet, you're doing well. And of course, if you're in Gangnam, you're doing extremely well. You're talking about $5 million for 1,000 square foot condo in Gangnam. And I'm across the river from Gangnam. I'm on the bad side of town. Actually, formerly the good side of town. It's been a bit of a flip-flop, but anyway, so the south of the river is where you want to be now. That's what Gangnam means, by the way. Gang means river, and Nam means south. So Gangnam style, South River style, if you want to get into it. So I've got 4 people watching, three likes. Of course, I didn't announce this, so I can't expect very much. Oh, your great-grandparents helped to start the town of Musaman. Great little town that is. Very cool story. Not really that far from California when you really think about the geography. I bet you could drive from Musaman to California inside of 15 hours. Is that close? Oh yeah. Basement Jammer says that's sweet. Yes, that is sweet. Whether you're talking about the whiskey or the Musaman story. Anyway, I'm going to cross my legs here. Oh, I'm also t-shirted for the first time on camera, so you can really tell that I wasn't prepared for this. And you can see some of my I think my second daughter's artwork over there. And there's a picture of my wife right over there too, if you can see that. And that's a likeness of her that my daughter made using dried fruits and whatnot. And yeah, so well, isn't this fun? So Old Canada from McGuinness. Now I asked arguably the most knowledgeable Canadian whiskey buff in the world, who is Davin de Kergamo. So I asked him, should I open this? And he kind of just said, well, you know, Canadian whiskey really isn't valuable unless you find someone who's really nuts about that particular one. So I decided to crack it open. I'm glad I did. I paid only $25, maybe $22 US for this one. And the guy gave me about a $20 discount. I guess it hadn't moved for a while. I don't know how it got into Canada. It's actually got Japanese written on the back here, and you can see the bottling date. Can you see that? 1984. Bring it nice and close for you. Where is it now? Oh, right there. 1984. 40%. Yada yada yada. Kind of a cool label though. It reminds me of who's that guy? Norman Rockwell's. I think that's his name, Norman Rockwell, who paints these, kind of like folklore, folkish type scenes. So interesting scene going on there. Whatever's happening in that painting. Yeah. Now, I'm not exclusively having a Canadian whiskey tonight. In fact, I wouldn't say I poo-pooed Canadian whiskey back in the beginning, but my early experiences with rye were basically just as a mixer, rye and Coke. So I would have had that at what's called a social in Manitoba. When people are getting married, or when you want to raise a bit of money, you can apply for a short-term liquor license and find a hall, and you can sell tickets and serve alcohol, and then you can collect the proceeds. Anyway, so I went to many of those, and rye and Coke, that was kind of like what you drank at things like that. Vodka orange, rye and Coke, rum and Coke, that sort of thing. There was no bourbon or scotch to be found at socials back then. There probably is now. I bet some people get single malts at those kinds of things now. Anyway, what have I got here? I finished off a little glass of Glenmorangie, the Chardonnay cask finish. That's a nice one, and it's very inexpensive. Will I highly recommend it? I highly recommend it. You really get a Chardonnay wine kind of a flavor, especially when you take a really big mouthful, which, I don't always recommend. Oh, we got Jacques. Jacques, welcome. Hey, good to see you here. Yeah, this is kind of a sudden thing. I just decided to do it on a whim. You're one of 6, so very select crowd here. And then what else have I got? I've got a little glass of Macallan. Now this is the, what's it called? The President's Reserve? President's Edition. It's part of their 1700 series, which is a series meant for Asia. Let me grab the bottle, the packaging down. I did a review of that one not too long ago. Here it is. There we are, 1700 series. And Jacques, if you're watching, if you're still watching, I guess you are, look for that one. You can get that for about $60 for 500 milliliters in Namdaemun. So if you're up in Seoul, give that a whirl. And look at the color. So that's one nice thing about Macallan. You can just tell by the color, because it's natural, that it's well aged. And this is probably a mix of American and European, like the Macallan Gold. It might be like the Macallan Gold, right? But a pretty nice color. And to compare, here is, which one is this one? That is, this is Glenmorangie Tain. So I've got Tain here, and I've got the Macallan next to it. And not the best angle to see the color here, but you can see that's got a little bit more of a coppery tone to it. Yeah, so I've got a bit of Macallan, and a little bit of Glenmorangie. That's where things all began for me. Up to 8 people now. That's interesting. And but only 4 likes. Come on now. Oh yeah. But honestly, this old Canada, it's got class, it's got style, and it's also got boxing gloves. It really knocks your nostrils out. I've never, Gary, I've never had the Macallan Gold. I guess they would have that on the shelves in Manitoba. It's not available here. The color series is just not around here in Korea. They still have the sherry series, the 12, the 18. There's no 10-year-old sherry, and then they've also got the fine oak series here, and just a few of the special edition. What's that called? The edition number 2 or whatever it's called. So, one day I'll hear someone say the color as Jurassic Park fossilized amber. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah. Well, I think that's probably about all the time I want to take of yours. If you've got any questions, you can ask. It's now been 14 minutes, 32 seconds. I think I'll wrap it up at 17, just to give you a bit more time if you want to make a comment or ask a question or just say something funny or hilarious or wish me a happy Canada Day, whatever that is. I'd be happy to hear from you. I'm enjoying this McGuinness Old Canada. That's my homage to my homeland. Very classy. And then back to my roots with Glenmorangie Tane. No age statement. Is it worth buying? Absolutely. How much is that, Macallan? Gary, I paid $55 US for a 500 milliliter bottle. And I bought 3 of them now. 3 customers in 10 days recommended the 1910. Had to pick it up. Enjoying it very much. The 1910. What's the 1910? I'm not quite sure I know what that is. Glenmorangie Tane. But anyway, if you are traveling and you like Glenmorangie, this one is very nice, and it's only, what, about $80 US for the liter. And you get the Amontillado, Pendleton 100% rye. Right, the 1910. That's right, the Pendleton. Yeah, I've had a little bit of the regular bottle. I've got to review that in my my history in my log. We'll call it my vlog. Right, the 1910. I wish I could get my hands on that. Is that good stuff? I'm guessing it's great. Oh, good job sending it to Bubba and the Beard and the STDs. Boy, I guess I'd better send you my address. No. It's too expensive to ship stuff out here. If people know who Valerie Bradshaw is, maybe I'll show that off before we... I'm almost out of time. Okay, I'm going to go till 18 minutes. Oh, too bad, he said. Let's see here. Oh, crap. You can see my shorts. All right. Have a look at these. I'm really excited about this. So Val Bradshaw, she is... Oh, I knocked over my... Oh, my God. She is a whiskey and cigar... we'll call her a personality. And she sent me a couple of really interesting things. I forgot one of them up there. As I reach back one more time. 1, 2, 3. Don't knock shit over, Mark. Okay. Here we go. All right. So I've got this one. I've been really excited to try that. That's Alberta Premium. Not available stateside, apparently. This is basically just 100% rye whiskey. So how does it smell? Can't smell a thing in there. Should I take a little taste? Oh, why not? Oh, it's spicy. Yep. Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Rye. Excited about that one. I've had the Single Barrel bourbon, and then I've got some kind of blended whiskey. I can't pronounce it. Whatever that says. Kulna. You got me. I have no idea what that says. Ben Roma cask strength 60%. That's going to be fantastic. Another blended scotch called Anne Lamreg. I botched that Gaelic, you know. And then we've got, these are the real special ones, and they're much smaller, but they're very dear. Blair Athol from A.D. Rattray, 50.5%. That's going to be amazing, I'm sure. And then I've got a Port Ellen. Oh yes, my first Port Ellen. Thank you very, very much, Val Bradshaw. She sent me a package that was labeled bath salts. So I'm not going to bathe in these. Oh, this is Kulila, 18-year-old. That'll be great. And a bourbon, E.H. Taylor, a rye. E.H. Taylor Straight Rye, 50% ABV. Basement Drummer, yes, I think everybody wants one. It's a matter of whether you're willing to fork out the $1,000 that may be required to get one. Although if you split it with people, you can really cut down the costs and, enjoy it in a social setting. I think that's worth it. Get 20 people each paying, what, 50 bucks a piece, and you can get yourself 1/20th of 700 milliliters. So that's about what? I don't do the math. 1/10 would be 70, so 35 milliliters, a good ounce. Well, probably not a bad deal. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for watching, everyone. Just figured out who you look like with that beard. Uh-oh. I hope it's not who I'm thinking of. Anyway. And I'm a little bit portly these days, actually. I'm about 80 kilos. I'm about 100 and, what's that, 160, 176. I should be 165, so I've got to do a bit of exercise this summer. I'm going to ride my bike, get in shape, and maybe show off the dad bod and the post-dad bod with the six-pack. I miss my six-pack. All right. I'm going to sign out here, folks. Thanks for watching. I will announce my next live show in advance so that... yeah, but Jacques, I think you're a lot taller than me. I'm only 5'9", if that. I'm 42 now, so I actually might have shrunk. Who knows? Okay, cheers, everyone. Happy Canada Day. Thanks for tuning in, all 8 of you, and we'll do this again. I will do this again. I'll announce it, and we'll have a nice little fun night some night, okay? Take care, everyone. Goodbye. Yes, I want to stop stream. I got to push it twice. Have a great day. Thank you, Jeff Pickering. You too. Have yourself a wonderful day.